to get. So we'll see what happens. Everything's changing so fast that, our bands that we were really big fans of that we thought were unapproachable or would say no at a certain time in their career now, that a lot of them are saying yes to a lot of the deals.
Coming around.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of read that one of your milestones at Cleopatra Records was that you guys signed Gary Newman.
Right.
Now, why was that such a big deal? And for those of you who don't know, Gary Newman is that, here in my car, I feel safest of all, in cars. So why was it so...
Well, we brought Gary out to the States. We did a deal with his new record and some catalog stuff, and he hadn't been in America for 15 years or so. And there was all these other people, like Marilyn Manson, looking at him as being like the guy, the icon, the innovator of,
Marilyn Manson was looking at Gary Newman as the innovator?
Of dark electronic, rock music. And at one of the shows at the Palace at the time, that's now called the Avalon, Gary Newman went up on stage and did, with Marilyn Manson came up with Gary Newman, and they did Down in the Park.
Oh, no way.
Which Marilyn Manson had already done previously on one of his albums.
Huh. That is really cool to see that live. I'm a Marilyn Manson fan, so to see them two together, it
was good. It was a good show.
Now, you've got a bunch of subsidiary labels that you have different types of genres of bands on. You've got, name the one that has Yes and that those type of bands.
That's Purple Pyramid, and that's mainly on classic rock and progressive rock.
Okay, so who else is under Purple Pyramid that's big besides Yes?
We did we just did a Beatles tribute, and that included members of King Crimson. John Wetton was on it. Air Supply, which is a softer side of rock.
Air Supply
had a lot of big names on it. We had The Sweet. They were considered one of the...
Like Oxygen?
Yep, they did a track for us. We had some Southern rock bands. We had this band, Molly Hatchet.
I know Southern rock.
They're on there.
Stardust.
Stardust is classic jazz and blues. So it's everything from Marilyn Monroe. We've got catalog recordings of her.
And Elvis Presley.
Billie Holiday. We actually did an Elvis remix tracks with Slim Jim. Worked on that. And Danny Harvey and Lee Rocker from two of the guys from the Stray Cats.
Yeah, and then also Danny P. Harvey and Slim Jim Phantom, they
were
with
also with Lemmy and the Head Cat,
which is a very metal band. Okay, and you have some other subsidiaries also that we're going to mention after the commercial break, but first I want to slip in before the break my favorite, which is Deadline Records.
That's the metal label.
Okay, so name the kick-ass bands that are on that one.
So, Deadline, we've got Rat with Stephen Pearcy from Rat, LA Guns, Quiet Riot. We've got songs from Bret Michaels. He's pretty metal. That's why Amber's here. So.
And real quick, how can people order anything they want? How can they see what you guys have got, and how can they actually order your stuff?
They can go to our website, which is CleoRex, RECS.com. Or Amazon, which now is the future of the record business.
Really?
Yeah.
Even the records? You think Amazon books? Interesting.
Everything's going. Amazon are the leaders of the online.
Good to know.
Retailers.
All right. Okay, Brian, we are going to go to a quick commercial break, so don't go away because Amber and I will be continuing with the one and only CEO, the king of Cleopatra Records, Brian Perera.